A couple weeks ago, I made a video where my friend Brooke was using the floss and then she sniffed it. As you can imagine, the comment section was pretty entertaining. Got a few of those grossed out emojis. But what's interesting is the high number of people that saw the video and shared it even without saying a word. And that's because the smelly floss syndrome is actually really common. But people usually don't sit around and chat with their friends and family about this, right? It could be kind of embarrassing. However, if you spend any time in dentistry, it comes up pretty often. You're working on a patient and they're wondering, what is that awful taste or smell? And it's usually when we're working under the gum line or even flossing their teeth. So why does flossing sometimes smell so bad? I'm here to explain. My name is Charlotte and you are watching Burst TV. Okay, first off, if you have never experienced the stinky floss syndrome, I need you to put yourself in the comment section right now because I want to talk to you. I floss every day now, but in my younger years, not so much. And the stinky floss thing was actually pretty common. So back to the actual reasons here. So the more obvious answer is that there are rotten food particles in between your teeth. And that's true. I know if I eat chicken or beef and it stays in there, even just after a few hours, it starts to petrify and get pretty gross. And that's because sulfur is actually released during that food rotting process. But what I really want to focus on is the bacteria, the germs living in between your teeth, around your dental work, and under the gum line, especially when you're not disrupting them often enough. Live bacteria come in and attach themselves to your teeth with a sticky substance. And then when they go through their life cycles and die, that solidifies into something we like to call tartar, which gives other bacteria a nice textured surface to attach themselves to. And there are sulfur-producing bacteria that live under the gum line, in and around our dental work, on the tongue, and the back of the throat. And when bacteria break down proteins at a high rate, they release VSCs, volatile sulfur compounds. So when you floss, you're just dragging all this nastiness up to the surface, and guess what? Your nose is right there. So are we all collectively grossed out yet? Okay, let's all stop and do a quick breath check. Do it with me. Lick the back of your hand, let it dry, and sniff it. Mine smells like spit right now, and yours might too. If there's a not so pleasant odor or it stinks when you floss, what should you do? If it stinks when you floss, you simply need to do it more often or do a better job each time. Cleaning in between your teeth really well daily will control the bacteria that are known to cause bad breath. And it'll remove any little food bits that are left behind from those last couple meals. And if you generally have a bad taste in the back of your throat, just pay more attention to your tongue and your tonsils. Gargling with warm salt water, using tongue scrapers, and brushing your tongue will help tremendously. I know what you're thinking. A huge bottle of antiseptic rinse will solve all these problems, right? No, it can actually make things worse, especially if it's an alcohol-based rinse that dries your mouth out. It can actually cause more bad breath and kill the good bacteria that we want to keep thriving. So what if you're brushing and you're flossing like you should and you still have bad breath? Well, it's time to see a dental professional or your medical professional to find out exactly why. Maybe you just need to get your teeth cleaned more often. You might need to tweak your oral care habits at home just a little bit. Could be dietary changes that will help. The nerdy good dental professionals might actually want you to get your spit tested to see what kind of bacteria are living in your mouth. And if they recommend an oral probiotic, Burst has got you covered. All this talk about germs actually makes me want to use one right now. In fact, let me just take all of them. Why not? I'm joking. Don't do that. I'm going to spit these out. They're expired. What I'm getting at here is bad breath is common. It's nothing to be ashamed of, but you want to work with your healthcare providers to find out why you have bad breath so that you can stay ahead of it. After cleaning teeth for over 20 years, I found this to be true. Most of us just need to spend a little more time on self-care, and oral care is self-care. It's a lifestyle. And the golden rule is the more you can do here at home, the less the dental people have to do at the office, which saves a lot of money too. Thank you so much for spending the last few minutes with me. If you found any of this helpful, make yourself known in the comments or just give us a little thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel. We have a new video that comes out every single week. Thank you for watching Burst TV and be well.